Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Fat Cat, and we're going to be talking about a very interesting brother. His name is Kevin Samuels. But before I talk about Kevin Samuels, let me take a swig on my favorite drink, which happens to be Red Bull. Now, I think my brother Kevin loved to drink Red Bull, but I really like it. It tastes really good. So let me take another swig right here before I start talking about the brother. Mmm, Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings. All right. Okay, so our brother Kevin Samuels. Now the brother was born in 19, I think he was born in 1969, and he passed away, left our beautiful world in 2022. Kevin was an American image consultant. That's what he called himself. He was a YouTuber, just like me, and a social media personality. And he was best known for his outspoken views on dating, relationships, and gender roles. He was a former corporate advertising professional, and he reinvented himself as a style coach and relationship commentator. Samuels gained fame through his YouTube live stream when he delivered direct and often controversial advice about men and women and dating dynamics, especially within the Black community. He stated that his goals was to restore traditional gender roles and promote the ideal becoming the high value through financial, social, and personal development, while encouraging women, particularly Black women, to adjust their expectations and presentations if they wanted to access such a man. So I am a high value man. I have six-figure income and I'm retired and I have a six-figure income. I drive an Aston Martin. I won the lottery twice and make plenty of money. And I'm considered a high value man, high value Black man. And so we're going to look at 15 traits of a high value Black man as established by Kevin Samuel. Okay, before I do that, once again, I have to go to this Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings. I got my little device. I think Kevin had one of those things back there in the back there. He had one of those things right there. I enjoy looking at that thing. So let's go ahead and look at the 15 traits of a high value Black man. First thing, he needs to have substantial income. That means he needs to earn at least $10,000 a month. Okay, for me, I earn $25,000 a month. But $10,000 a month is considered a high valued man. Now, if you make less than that, that's fine. You have a goal, but you need to take and try to make at least $10,000 because living in Los Angeles or in Chicago or trying to live in New York or Atlanta, you're going to have a minimum of $10,000 a month to live in these societies. Number two, you're going to have consistency of income. That means that you have to maintain that high earning salary for at least 3 to 5 years. If you can do it for 3 to 5 years, you're considered a high valued man. If you only do it for maybe 1 year, 1 or 2 years, and then you're back into the poorhouse, you're not a high valued man. Number 3, network of other high valued men. You can't make a whole lot of money unless you know or you're recognized by other people in other circles, or your peers are in the same level. So if you're the high valued man and everybody else is homeless, okay, you're not a high valued man. So you need to make sure that the people that you associate with, or your peers that are with you, are also at the same financial level as you. Visibility and influence. You need to be well known in the community or in the industry that you're in. And you need to have social proof that you are a high value man. Now me, I'm just coming out. I've just started my YouTube channel only 6 days ago. So a lot of people don't know who I am, right? But 6 days ago, I had 1 or 2 people as subscribers. On my 6th day, I have over 7,000 subscribers. So I'm establishing myself. I'm having social proof. And that's what you need to do. You need to make sure that people know who the heck you are. Usefulness. You need to provide value to society beyond yourself, in business and in leadership. So I decided to join the Cottonwood Church. The Cottonwood Church I joined over here in Cypress or Cerritos. Over here, it's a huge church. And so when I walked in, I had my 3-piece suit on and everything. Everybody recognized. They wanted to know who I was, right? I had a guided tour, first class guided tour in the whole entire church. They wanted to know who I was and what I did. I made sure that I'm paying tithes and that I made sure that I had a nice attire. I didn't speak Ebonics. I wasn't cursing and all this kind of stuff. I drove in my Aston Martin. My last name is Martin, and I drive an Aston Martin. And I made sure that they saw that I was a high-valued man. Discipline. Number 6, you need to control your time, your habits, and health. I was in the military for 30 years. I fought in four wars, including Desert Storm and Desert Shield. And in the military, they stress discipline. Okay? They stress honor. They stress protecting the person that's on the left and right side of you. And so I have discipline. I also was a school teacher for 30 years in the Los Angeles Unified School District. I taught 6th graders for 30 years. And those kids need discipline. And that's what I provided to them. Confidence. Confidence, that means you move with certainty, but not recklessness. I have confidence. I'm a Leo. If you ever been around any Leos, you know that Leos are leaders and they have confidence. Can't nobody beat a Leo. I'm a Leo. Matter of fact, my principal's name was Leo Gonzalez, and he was a Leo. So there was 2 of us up in there. The next one is emotional control. You don't overreact or act on impulse. You're a man, not a woman. So you shouldn't be crying and acting all bitchy, right? You should be acting like a man. You should be analyzing, using logic, and look at the situation and not flying off the handle, which leads into leadership. Leadership, number 9, you take initiative. You guide others, especially in relationships, okay? You are the man, okay? And your mate is a woman, and God made woman from the rib of the man. That's why you got W-O, man, came out of the rib of the man. So you need to lead that woman. You need to guide that woman. And you need to respect your relationships and what you said when you got married, for better or for worse. Competence. You need to be skilled in your field and constantly improving. Okay, I started this YouTube channel 6 days ago, and you've seen all the mistakes that I made. And I got on to my channel and let you know that I made mistakes. I'm learning, right? I am learning. I don't know a lot about all this technical stuff and how to set up a YouTube channel and all this kind of stuff. I'm just like you. I got up there and I decided to learn and improve myself. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to take and have confidence in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can improve and have an open mind. Listen to constructive criticism and improve yourself each and every day. Number 11, respect among men. Not just admired by women, but you need to be respected by other accomplished men. So you need to go out and see who are these accomplished black men. It doesn't have to be black men. It could be white men, Asians. I go around a lot of people. I'm not scared to go into a business and talk to the boss and say, how did you do that? Right? So you need to have courage to go in and find out how are men being respected in your community. The next thing is result oriented. Okay, you need to focus on outcomes and not excuses. Don't blame your shortfalls on your woman. Okay, don't blame it on your kids or your friends or whatever. Don't blame it on your parents. Blame it on you. Okay, you need to take and go out and accomplish your goals and not make excuses. Number 13, character and integrity. That means you keep your word. Your word is your bond. And operate with standards. My standards are the 12 commandments. Okay, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, and all the rest of them. You should have some standards that you go by, right? So that people will respect you and honor you and not think that you're a grifter or some bum off the street. Number 14, you need to look the part. You need to dress nice, right? You need to be well-groomed and properly maintained, and you need to have good fitness. It don't mean that you need to have a six-pack, but that don't mean that your belly's going to be flopping over your belt. Okay, don't look like no big fat ass. Okay, go out and at least try to walk around the block, all right, a couple of miles a day or whatever it is, or do a few push-ups, a few set-ups, but you need to maintain yourself so that you're not a big fat ass, right? Because women don't look at that, right? They look at a trim, slim, clean, fighting machine man, right? They're not looking for some unshaven, big, dopey looking fat ass. All right. And then the last thing, number 15, you need to have a legacy mindset. That means you need to think in generationality. You need to build wealth. You need to have family and reputation. That means that when you go through life, you need to be training your kids, your relatives, your cousins, sisters, your friends, because you're not going to be here forever. Okay? You're going to die one day. And you need to pass that legacy on to the people that will be living after you. Now, Kevin influenced me, so I'm going to try to pass on his legacy to you in the next few shows that I have. So he impacted me, so I'm going to pick up the ball and move on with whatever Kevin Samuelson. I hope a whole lot of other black men will pick up the ball and take Kevin Samuel's lead. All right, now, Kevin had some expectations for black women. He had expectations on appearance and behavior. So the first thing a black woman needs to have is feminine presentation. That means they need to dress in a way that emphasizes femininity and not masculinity. I would kill to find me a black woman to dress with a dress on. I love dresses. I have not seen a black woman in a dress in 30 years. I would love you black women to take and put on a dress and act feminine. Put a dress on and don't talk. You can even put something on your head. That would be nice. Now, I've seen some women try to put on a dress in the churches, but the minute that they open their mouth, they sound like a dude. Okay? I don't want no woman punching my shoulder and acting like Joe Louis. Okay? Don't have a tone of a man. Have a dainty, nice, feminine, non-combative voice when you're talking to me. Number 2, healthy weight and fitness. They need to advocate for women to maintain fit and dress size friendly figures. Okay, Kevin used to talk about women. He would ask you what your dress size was. If you're a dress size 16 or 20, right, and you weighed like about 200 pounds, he would that's the fat elephant song, right? We got women that are heavier than men, and he'll let you know right off the bat that you weigh more than a linebacker, right? So women, you need to be at least between 100 and 140 pounds, okay? If you are more than 140 pounds, you need to have more height. If you 140, if you were like 5 feet tall and you weigh 200 pounds, okay? You're too heavy, right? And he also has you rank yourself between 1 and 10, but don't use a 7. So I've looked at a lot of his shows, and a lot of you women think that you're 8 or a 9. You think you look like Beyonce and all this kind of stuff, and he squares you away, right? A lot of you are like 5 and 6s, right? And he says you can't use 7. All right, let's go on to number 3, natural beauty first. We prefer women that have natural hair and minimal makeup and classical styles. How many black women do I see that have false nails that are 10, 15 inches long, look like a monster? Got fake eyes, fake eyelashes, fake foundation, weave, fake hair, fake butt, fake titties, fake, everything on you is fake, right? You got a tramp stamp on your ass. No, men don't want to see that. Especially those that got tattoos all over your arm. You know, Levi was here and they got an arrow pointing down to your box. No. Okay, when I was growing up, the people that had tattoos were in the Navy. Those were the people that were in the Navy, had tattoos on their arms. But now I see women with tattoos all on their arms, both arms, chest, neck, face. It looks gross to me. Get the tattoos off. Don't take and put tattoos on you to mess up a beautiful woman that you look like. You need to be polished and have classy wardrobe. No streetwear or party clothes for serious occasions. You go on a job interview and you dress not like you going to a party out on the block. Tits all out, ass all out, provocative, wearing spandex and all this kind of stuff. Stop looking like some hooker or some whore, okay? Dress conservatively. I want you to look at the white women. I want you to look at the Japanese women. I want you to look at the Hispanic women. Okay? A lot of them don't dress like a prostitute or a whore. Okay? They keep their stuff in, right? Keep your stuff in. Let the man's mind imagine what you look like. Don't have it all plopping all out like that. You need to have a youthful look. Encourage maintaining a youthful look and a vibrant image. Number 6, you need to have graceful grooming. That means that your nails and your skin and your hair should be neat and cared for. Okay, we want your box to smell nice. We don't want to smell some old dead fish down in there. Okay, we want you to put some Listerine in the mouth. Okay, I know you're beautiful, but if we get close to your mouth and you smell like some kind of trash compactor or a dead body, we're not kissing that, right? Or if you're sucking on somebody's you know what, and then you want me to kiss you, you can forget about that. Okay, avoid over-sexualization. No overly revealing clothing. If aiming for high-valued men. I'm a high-valued man, so I don't want to see you with spandex and be counting all the welts on your waist like the Michelin Man. Okay, I don't want you to look like a whale wearing spandex. Okay? I want you to have a dress on or something nice and conservative. Now let's look at the black woman's behavior. You need to be respectful in your communication. That means speak calmly and not combative or argumentative. Just about every black woman that I have talked to in my life has been combative. I see, and just usually big fat black women, especially those that's driving a bus, those that are in a checkout line, or a teller at a doggone bank, or a Popeye's chicken or Kentucky Fried Chicken. If I get in a line with a big black fat woman, she's got a doggone attitude. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you here? What have you done for me lately? All I want to do is buy my Red Bull and get the hell out of this store. And she rolling her eyes telling me that she can't take no 50, but she can't take no 20 and all this kind of stuff. And rolling her eyes and looking all up and down on me. Okay? Even the callers on the phone, I can tell a black woman's calling me on the phone. She got all type of attitude, huffing and puffing, eyes rolling. I can see eyes rolling around. Okay, I'm tired of that shit. Okay, I need a black woman to act feminine. When I'm talking to you, keep your mouth shut, act feminine, and try to be nice and have a dainty kind of voice. Number 9, cooperative attitude. Willing to follow a man's lead. Okay, don't be his competitor. I'm not competing against you. I'm not your competitor. I'm your beau. I'm your man. Okay, so don't think that I'm your enemy. Number 10, be submissive. This is something black women can't do. Have a submissive spirit. No, I'm a strong, black, dominating woman. I'm a diva. You need to be submissive. That means a word he uses often, meaning supportive rather than controlling. Don't try to control me, okay? I'm a man. I even got a song. Go look on my channel and you can see I have a song called I'm a Man, right? I want you to listen to the lyrics of that song, right? Don't try to sit there and control your man. Be submissive. If you can't do anything, just keep your big mouth shut. The next thing, number 11, have high standards for self and not just men. Bring value beyond looks. Okay? Because you fine and you look real fine, don't mean that everybody has to kiss your fine butt. Okay? Now, I've seen a lot of beautiful black women, and the minute they open their mouth, hey, motherfucking nigga, and this on. No. Okay? You can't be talking Ebonics. You can't be doing nigga talk and all that kind of stuff. You need to act like a lady and talk like a lady. Have peaceful energy, not chaotic. Don't be loud or aggressive. Don't be yelling and screaming at your brat kids all out in the store. Don't be yelling at your man all in the line trying to get it on it. That's the last thing I want to see is a loud mouth black wife yelling at me while I'm at the checkout stand. No. You need to be nurturing and supportive. That means plays a role in helping a black man's vision. You need to back your black man up. He might not be a six-figure man. He might be a janitor or custodian. He might be somebody that's out there trying to start. We all don't start off as six-figure men or as high-valued men. There's a start, there's the middle, and then there's the end. You need to be with your man when he's beginning, when he's at his height, and at the end. You need to be supportive and not drag that black man down. Okay, be nurturer and supportive. Okay, you need to, number 14, value family and legacy, marriage and family, and prioritize over independence. You're not independent when you're married. You're a team. You work. Okay, one of you's the left hand, the other one's the right hand, or you can vice versa. You work as a team, as a tag team, right? You're not perfect. You might make mistakes. You might fool around with other people. If you fool around with other people, then come back, man up, woman up, and apologize. All right? Don't sit there and hide stuff. It's the marriage thing says for better or for worse. So if it's bad, then you need to work it out. You see? Don't go run talking about irreconcilable differences and then try to drag the man out, pay your child support, and then you go marry some other dude and get them pregnant, and then you got all these 5, 6, 10 baby daddies paying you all this child support and stuff. That's not the way to do it. Okay, in a lot of black community, that's what's going on. We got a lot of wonderful black men and black women, girls being raised up by a single mom. Where's the dad at? There ain't no dad around. What's up with that? Okay, if we don't have the mother and the father in the relationship, we don't have no chance in the world doing anything. You need to have the mother and the father in the relationship. Kids, you need to honor your mother and you need to honor your father. The last thing is accountability. You need to accept responsibility for actions and choices and don't be blaming everybody. If you did it, man up or woman up and say, I'm sorry, I did it. Okay? It's real simple. I'm sorry. Okay, you got Jimmy Kimmel up there. Okay, he said some bad things about Charlie Kirk, but he got up on his show and he manned up and he apologized, right? And that's what you need to do once in a while. You need to man up, woman up, and apologize. If you can do that, then you'll be the type of person that will get a high-valued man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take one more swig out of my Red Bull. And hopefully I can pick up where Kevin Samuels ended in his... And there's one more thing. When a person dies, you shouldn't be saying bad-mouthing a person when he dies. A lot of you was celebrating Kevin Samuels when he died and was saying all kind of bad stuff about him. And same thing with Charlie Kirk, he was saying bad stuff. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so when somebody dies, I don't care what they did. Okay, you need to be respectful. You need to honor that person and come up with something nice. If you can't say something nice about somebody, then don't say nothing at all. All right? That's my my little lesson for you today. All right, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the set. And I hope you enjoyed my little house here. I got my stuff on the shelf back here. And this little thing going on here. I know Kevin liked that thing going on. And I do too. And I love my Red Bull. All right, so we'll see you next time on another show on What's Up? What's up? What's up? Bye now.